How's it going, everybody? My name's Snackz, and this is my second video. It's going to be another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi Battle. It's another OU match, but I used a different team. It's kind of like, I don't even know, I just threw random Pokemon together and tried to see what I did. You know, see what I could do with it. And this is against a guy I found on Smogon. His name is PanchoPwns. And yeah, let's get started. So I lead off with my Deoxys speed, which is basically just the generic entry hazard lead. He leads off with a Gengar, so I just start setting up spikes. I figure he's probably gonna go for a Shadow Ball to try and, but he goes for a Dark Pulse, and it doesn't even bring me down to my Sash, which is pretty surprising. And I take this time to set up another layer of spikes, and he finished me off with a Dark Pulse. I know Deoxys didn't do much, but the 2 layers of spikes really comes into play later. So Deoxys goes down, I send out my own Gengar, and thinking I was faster here, I tried to go for a Shadow Ball and kill it, but I figured out, I thought his, at this point I thought his Gengar was Scarfed, because he outsped my Gengar, which was max speed, with like timid nature and all that, so I thought I'd outspeed it, but I figure out later that he just won the speed tie, so. As of now, he keeps going for Dark Pulse, and I send him my Jirachi here to try and take the Dark Pulse, which it does very nicely. And he goes for a Thunderbolt here, and I was pretty surprised because I thought he was Scarfed. And I set up Stealth Rock here to get the entry hazards really going. And here he uses a Focus Blast and misses, which is kind of useful as I get the Paralyze on him with Thunder Wave, slowing him down and probably preventing him to attack me. And then I start doing the Paraflinch with Iron Head, and it works pretty well. First one gets about half health or so, and I flinch him, and then I finish him off with another one. So Gengar's out of there, which is pretty good. He sends in his Lucario, and I wasn't sure what Lucario was going to do here, so I switch out, not knowing whatever. I was predicting a close combat, I think, so I went into Gengar, and I think he predicted that, so he went for a Crunch, and I guess that's it for Gengar. So I sent a Gliscor here to try and wall, and I'm not sure, so he just switches out and goes into his shiny Gyarados, and that gets nailed by the Stealth Rock, which kind of helps. I use Earthquake here, and it doesn't affect it, and yeah. That's probably why I switched out. So I get my Toxic Orb going. He taunts me, maybe predicting a Toxic or something like that, but I just go straight for the Ice Fang to see how much it would do. And it does absolutely nothing. It does probably like 10 damage, plus he has leftovers. And at this point, he told me it was a bulky Gyarados, which I've never seen before, so I didn't know what to do. So I switched down to my Rotom here as he goes for a DD. And I think I go for the, I think he predicts me to go for a Volt Switch, so I predict him to switch out to like a ground type that'll take it. And he goes into a Gastrodon, and I think I get the what do I do here? I think Trick maybe? Yeah. I Trick it my Choice Scarf, and I get its leftovers, which pretty much screws Gastrodon. I switch out now and go into my Gliscor. He goes for the Toxic, which I predicted at the time because I was already poisoned, so I figured I'd go into Gliscor. He sends in his Lucario again, which gets destroyed by the spikes and Stealth Rock. He Ice Punches me, and I figured I could live this, and I do, even though it's quad super effective, and I get an Earthquake and finish him off. And I was talking to this dude on the Smogon chat, and he told me that it was a Choice Banded Lucario, and I was surprised it didn't kill me. I thought it would. So he goes into his Gastrodon again. Excuse me. And I go for a Toxic here, just so it can't stall forever or make it switch out, whatever. And he finished me off with an Ice Beam. Gliscor did some good work, so I'm not really complaining. That's good. Send in my Haxorus here because I figure it's time to start doing work and destroying his team, so I go for the Outrage. This is a Scarfed Haxorus, and I find it to be the most useful kind of Haxorus because Most people like banded ones, but I don't because it can't outspeed anything and it'll just get killed in one hit most of the time. So I like a scarfed one, even though it can't like destroy most things in one hit. Outrage still packs a huge punch. So look at that. That's a bulky Gyarados right there, and I did a decent chunk to it. And luckily, I get the 3-turn outrage as he goes for a Dragon Dance, and I finish him off. So Haxorus is putting in work here. I get confused. He sends out his Reuniclus, and I switch out, not wanting to do anything, just try and risk the confusion hacks or whatever. I go into the Jirachi because I figure he's in a stall or something, but he goes for the Trick Room here, and I got kind of scared because I'm not sure what a Reuniclus would do with Trick Room, so he starts going for Shadow Balls here, and I for some reason I thought he would sub or something, so I went for a Wish just to try and get a Wish off, and the Wish is gonna help me out a lot as he keeps going for Shadow Balls, and this is a especially defensive Jirachi, so it can take hits pretty well. Here I figure he's not gonna sub, so I just go for the Thunder Wave to paralyze it, which in fact makes it faster while the Trick Room's up, but as soon as the Trick Room's out, everything will outspeed it. And the lucky Parahacks. So I start going for Iron Heads, and it does about 25% health. He goes for Focus Blast there, and it does about half or so, a little less than half. Go for another Iron Head and just slowly taking it down. The dimensions twist back to normal now, so I'm faster, and I start doing the Paraflinch thing again. So yeah, I get the flinch, and then I go for another Iron Head and finish it off. Sorry about last time. I was kind of sick, so I'm not sick anymore, so I feel a lot better. Yeah. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, he sends in a Virizion here, and I didn't know anything about Virizions. Like, no one ever uses Virizions, in my opinion. And he sends out his Virizion, goes for a Swords Dance, and I go for a Thunder Wave just to get it slower, because I didn't know if it was scarfed or fast, or I don't know. And I'm faster after I get the Parahacks, so I start doing the Iron Head, flinching again, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think this is it. Well, that was a really good game. I haven't had too many good games recently, but this was a good one. Also, if you guys would tell me what you thought, leave it a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't like it, and leave me a comment telling me what I can do to improve, what you enjoy already. And I was thinking about doing a Pokemon playthrough, like maybe Pokemon Crystal or Red or something like that, because those are one of my favorite games on Pokemon. And I have been making videos. Well, this is going to be my second upload, and it seems like I'm doing them every Sunday, but Thanksgiving break's coming up, so I'll probably make a few, maybe one or two. But for now, that's it. So see you guys later.